back here at the Portland Saturday Market. Just give up from Eugene. Grab the reins, stop. right, Portland. Happy fall. It's nice to be back here in Portland. Some lovely autumn leaves here. I just drove up from Eugene. I did the 2-hour drive up the Interstate 5. It was rainy. It was foggy. It was misty. Made it here safely to Portland. Just put my new rotors on yesterday. Yeah. New rotors. Felt good. Felt good driving. New rotors. Speaking of new, I got a new album. And it's called Sequoia Tree. It's more of an Americana folk stuff. I'm going to be doing some Americana folk type bluesy stuff, and also throwing in some jazzy songs. That last one is a new song. I'm releasing a new album next year. It's going to be a jazz instrumental album. The new album I released this year is called Sequoia Tree, and I got some copies up here for $10. I also got some clown noses, 2 for $5. Get your lighter leashes. Got some t-shirts if you're cold. I know it's rainy out here. If you get chilly, you need a new shirt because of the rain. I also got some 7-inch 45 records, and they come with download codes. So it's called Sequoia Tree. Give a hand for my drummer. I stand tall like a sequoia tree. Power surges through my veins, setting me free. I'm power in my spirit. Rises the say it clear. I'm a force, I have no fear. Strength within runs deep. You see might in me, like a sequoia tree. Say it loud, say it clear. I'm a force, have no fear. Strength within runs deep. You see might in me, like a sequoia tree. I am mighty, oh so mighty, 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 like a sequoia tree. Unstoppable and ready, ready, ready. Of course you say it loud, say it clear. I'm a force, got no fear. Strength within runs deep. You see might in me, like a sequoia tree. All right. All right, thank you, Portland. Like and subscribe. I've been doing these live streams recently for my live shows. I did a DJ set, a Halloween set last night with some turntables and played a bunch of 45s, and must have done like 5 or 6 hours last night live streaming, and they kept shutting me down because of I guess they were like copyrighted songs. But all these songs today are original songs that I'm performing, and I got these on CD and records up here, and also I'm on Spotify and all the streaming platforms. So give me a follow on there. Give me a subscribe to my YouTube, please. I also have an album of kid songs that I'll be performing mostly the grown-up songs. That's my drummer. Here's another song from my new album, Sequoia Tree. She's called Driving. I also have this song on a 45 record up here. mountains and I love the sea. I love the people and all the places woo, that I see. Guitar all day. Went swimming in the river, been playing my guitar all day. I love the mountains and I love the sea. I love the people and all the places ooh, that I see. Been playing my guitar every night. I went swimming in the ocean, been playing my guitar every night. I love the mountains and I love the sea. I love the people and all the places ooh, that I see. Love the sea, love the people and all the places that I see. We're driving around the country, driving around the country, we're driving around the Well, thank you very much. I'm Cave Van Dave. Here's another new song from the album. And I got the CDs up here. Also got that last one, as I mentioned, is on a 45. This is on a different 45. Actually, no, this is the B side. No, the A side. Well, the one is A, one is B. I can't remember. I think this is the A. Yeah. Oh, the sun came out. Nice. once again, give it up for my drummer, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Eugene. I'm just saying, this guy plays like a machine. Give it up for my awesome guitar tech who's going to change your string for me. Here we go. How many drummers does it take to change a light bulb? Don't they make a machine that does that now? No, I try to keep all these beats organic so they're not like pre-recorded and stuff. I try to give it this organic beat vibe, you know? Hard-working Johnny was a hard-working man. Wake up early, put 2 eggs in a pan. Russian dig a stone down in the sand. He do all the work with his bare hands, and he worked hard. Hard-working Johnny, yeah, he worked hard. Hard-working Johnny. Wake up morning, put the big boots on. Rolling every morning for the break of dawn. Cruising like records on the outdoor vine. He wasn't no square old part of town. Oh, he worked hard. Hard-working Johnny. Yeah, he worked hard. Hard-working Johnny. boots on, driving every morning till the break of dawn. Feeling like weather gonna be out no fine. We got no squirrel, we finally got no we were tired. Oh, baby, Johnny, yeah, we were tired. Oh, baby. Thanks. That's Hard Working Johnny. That's on my new CD, and I got some 45s and some CDs with that song on it. Give it up for my wonderful guitar technician on that last song for the quick and courteous string change there. And just one guy doing all this, making all this noise up here. Portland, you have a wonderful jazz station. I always enjoy coming to Portland to hear that. I grew up in the Philly area, the suburbs, growing up and listening to the Temple Jazz Station with BP with the GM. And yeah, so I'm excited to release some new music this coming year and do so of the jazz, instrumental jazz, as I mentioned. The CDs that I brought here today and the records are more of the folk Americana, and also I have the 2 albums of kids songs available for kids parties. All right, I'm gonna play another song from the Sequoia Tree album. I got them up here, copies of the CD for $10, and you can find me on Spotify as well. Also on the Bandcamp. I got some 7-inch 45s. I got some T-shirts. Feeling chilly. This one involves the 3-string cigar box guitar that I built out of a upholstery shop down in Eureka, California. And you may see that it's got a couple upholstery shop pieces still on it. I've been swapping the pieces out and putting some more stabilized pieces on it. But my buddy Carl down at CDM Upholstery down in Eureka, California. Check him out for all your upholstery needs. And actually, I got one of this. One of the pieces has a upholstery shop, Built Well, I think. Yeah, I think it's Built Well. It's a Portland-based company. Yeah, there's a piece of metal in a shop that I nailed to the front of the cigar box. So this one's a little bit quicker and a little distorted. So this one's called One Man Band. It's on the new album Sequoia Tree. I know this guy's a tune. Hold on. Give it up for that drummer one more time. Give it for the drummer. Got everything back there. Country, he's a woman back. So it's all back on top of the world. Just a holler. He's a holler. Country, he's a woman back. But you believe that you're out of his world. He's a man. lived in a hammock in a tree. He's one, he's one, All right, that's One Man Band from the new album, Sequoia Tree. I'm Caveman Dave. You can find me on Spotify. I'm live streaming right now on the YouTube. There's another new song that's going to be on the new album. This one's called It's All in the Hips. hips on the hips. This is another song on the new album. This one's called Going Home. One minute at a time here. It's been a lovely afternoon. Coming to Portland here. This is some jazz on the way and playing some music up here for y'all. Be sure to give me a like and follow on the YouTube. I'm live streaming now. Like and follow, subscribe. I got some CDs up here. It's on the new album. It's on Spotify. Find me on the web. Caveman Day. Driving on 30s and the country roads to home. The country roads safely home. Up West Virginia, into Pennsylvania, on the other side of that Blue Ridge Mountain line. Going home to see my mama, going home to see my papa, going home to see my family.